this time, but interwoven into mine, into every act of mine. Before I am woman or man, I am all things unformed, unseen, momentous, from lip to head to toe tip. I am all my ancestors. Dream those past lives, bask in their magnificence. Matters not if these kin, still surging consciousness, were king or slave. From my first raspy howl to the clasp of the grave, they are with me. From my first raspy howl to the clasp of the grave, they are with me. And the last poem I'm going to do today is called Thicket Poem. There are poems that we write in the thicket, as the birds cling to us, as the thorns prick us, teary and blood-specked, as the gnarled limbs chalk our limbs white and crimson lime. Poems neon with moment, burning as they heal, blinding as we shine them. There are poems that we write as we dimly recall there was discomfort we cannot remember really experiencing until we land in the thicket again. Thank you.
Good, Alan, good. Where are those children?
I don't know if Alan knows, but there's a new course at the Bermuda College called Bermudian Literature. And a lot of Bermudian students are going to come in contact in that setting with poetry by Alan Smith.
Woo!
And deservedly so. Okay. I wonder if our number 2 batter is ready to come on out. Here he comes, Nick Hutchins.
Oh, thank you, Ron. I'm going to try a couple from memory now.
I don't know where the girls are.
I don't remember.
The first is called One Fine Afternoon. One fine afternoon in St. George's Town, Ashwood and Daniels were walking around. The Chief Justice's brother and best footballer anyone knew stopped by some tourists enjoying the view. When out on the water and easy to spot came the clean lines of an elegant yacht. The topside shined and buff so bright, turquoise water reflected in light. As the visitor looked, he said to his wife, "Man, these people have got the life." And that someone would make such a generous loan and let his staff take the boat on their own. Well, Ashwood looked at Daniels, who was shaking his head, and then with a smile to the tourist, he said, "That is the owner, with his family out to relax." "One shouldn't prejudge without knowing the facts," said Daniels as the two friends turned to go. They thought it'd be nice for the tourist to know. And I'll finish off with a poem called White Gombe.
Yay!
Hey, boy, Dance with the gumbe and set yourself free from the spirit jailer called bigotry. How can you refuse to move your feet? It's an African rhythm with a British beat. Observer status, that reality is reserved for the white minority. Oh, but the mask will make them blind and protect you from the crooked mind. Hey girl, put on the mask and dance with me. We'll dance the dance anonymously. They'll never know, so who's to say that there'll never be a white gumbe?
You could be the first one, Nick.
Lady Rattery. Birdie.
Okay. This poem is about nature. How great it is to see the wonderful golden sun as it begins to set. What a thrilling effect it gives whenever you are on the run. How refreshing it is to see the stars in the sky at night when all else seems to be out of sight. The silver moon at its fullest beam commands you to stare and watch its gleam. The wonders of nature will never be passed unseen, even if all the world isn't green. In spring, the flowers start to bloom, and in the distance is the gloom that once was present a few months before, when cold it was, and heating we had to have more. Summer came in all her glory. That is, folks, another story. The heat wave came and we complained. The storms came and it really rained. This we enjoyed most of all, because after summer, then comes fall. The leaves are now so very brown, they'll soon be on the wet ground. Then the limbs will be very bare, as if they never had a care. Squirrels can be seen hopping around, gathering nuts by the pound. Soon we'll need a lot of heat, and nary a one will want to leave their seat. The snow and ice will want to know if we are ready for the great show. My dear friends, please be aware, have some fun and have a little fear. Take not nature but for granted, for this is not what the dear Lord wanted. This other one, a friend of mine was here, and then she had to leave Bermuda, so we were very unhappy to see her go. It's called Ode to a Friend. Thou truthful and sensitive one, you are one of the kindest person one could ever find. Honesty and integrity is foremost in your mind. Should one require any help, you are the first to volunteer. Needing important things to be done? Indeed, just ask you. The world is a better place with you in its space. When one needs some words of wisdom, you are there to calm the mind. A dedicated professional you have always been. A true friend one could never find. You are a giver without expecting any returns. A defender of the needy, yes, you are. It's impossible for you to say no, especially when it's not for show. Riches and pomposity mean nothing to you. Ever always see the good in others. And love and laughter you surely enjoy. A treasure, dear friend, you certainly are. You have so many qualities, one of which is your faith in God. Bermuda, you will most certainly be poorer without her. Thank you.
Who next? Me next?
I don't know how to
Just
operate
hold
those
it.
things.
We only do one anyway.
What do you do?
Keep it up top there. Can run.
You're still enjoying this wonderful occasion? I have been given...
Come here, go.
That's a yes? Yeah. All right. Wonderful. I have here in my hand a certificate of participation given me signed by somebody with a really Kim Dismond Robinson. I was going to say she should be a doctor, but she is a doctor.
She is a doctor, yes.
Okay, and this tells me that this is the 6th festival of international poetry under the rubric, The Word in the World. And we are part of this great event, and I'm proud to be a part of this. I'm proud to be amongst fellow writers and lovers of poetry. And lovers of poetry on this special day. Okay, now we're going to hear from Andrea again.
Swamp lily, surrounded by dark, thick, wet, sticky, humid mud, elegantly she stands. Her sweet fragrance emanates from her delicate pastel white wings of butterfly petals. Thank you.
Listening to Andrew takes me back to Tuesday nights. When after her poetry is among those that always engender interesting discussion afterwards. And I have a clear recollection of the first time I heard Swamp Lily. Okay, now we're going to ask Kim to come up again and share some of her wonderful work. And if she wants to dip into that treasure box of Walcott again, go ahead. Okay.
Hello again. Okay, 3 poems. The first one I'm going to read, I'm very excited because this is the first time I've ever gotten a special request for one of my poems. Thank you, Nikki, for giving me that. It's very appropriate. Actually, I'm sorry, I didn't think to pull this out of the box anyway because with Mother's Day being tomorrow, I think it's appropriate. But this is called The Known World, and this is dedicated to my daughter Jasmine, who's over there blowing bubbles behind Nikki. Tiny starfish hands whose sucking fingertips move like anemones, catching a current or a breeze. A fat, orange, bright-eyed fish, my bubbling clown with a round golden belly darting cheerfully through the seas. These reminders of a life recently removed from the sea inside. When your language shifts and moves from gill to tongue, from languid submarine gurgles to the dragging trip of island English, will you remember what you saw through whisper-thin eyelids, closed and open to everything surrounding you? You have heard the coursing rivers of my blood, the only one to drink the wine and eat the fleshy bread. Remember to remind me, when it's time, of the autumn season when you grew and knew a world created to recreate me.
Amen.
Oh, I love chocolate. I love my child. Okay. The second one is entitled Foreigners, and this I wrote for my father. Bless you. City boy, born a country people. Long-beaked profile and drifting tobacco seemed to match those slick suits and skinny ties, unless you were positioned to know the roots. We held our breath when you were gone, waiting for an explosive return. Never one to disappoint, you returned, and you exploded. Fire to the greasy gasoline. I alone curled in a long shadow cast as you lit up, baking deep gold in a foreign country's sun, some backwater place you claimed as yours. feeling deeply the tearful embrace when they claimed you back, son. Countries recollect